just the culture that we have is to take care of our customers. And when you talk about showing compassion, doing the right thing, there are times we talk ourselves out of a job. We'll quote a job and we'll look at it, and I know that, I could make it look a little better, but the pavers are so degraded that the benefit's not gonna be there for them. And I explained to them, like, listen, here's what's going to happen. We can get it a little cleaner, but these pavers are in such bad shape that I almost feel guilty taking your money. I think you should maybe do this, or how about we just clean it and not seal it, because I don't think you're going to get the benefit that it normally offers. And people really, really and sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't. Yeah. But I've had people tell me, I really appreciate your honesty, because I didn't know that I was in this predicament, and I'm gonna look at other avenues, or if I can't help them, I refer them to somebody that can. And they're like, wow, I appreciate your honesty. And the biggest story about that was, I just started the business, actually. I was only in business a couple of years. I was still in the field. I think I had one employee, and this lady called. She was in her mid-80s, early 90s, and she had River Rock. You remember River Rock from the late 70s?
Yep.
And as that stuff starts to wear, it starts to chip and flake up, and you even hit with a garden hose, the pebbles start to fall off. And she had a lanai and was in really, really bad shape, covered in mold, River Rock. The pebbles were already loose, they're all over the place. And I just told her, I said, listen, I can offer a light cleaning. I don't think you need to seal it. And even the light cleaning's probably not going to do what it needs to do. And it kind of reminded me of my grandmother. I was like, I'll do this for you for free. And she's like, oh no, I got to pay you. I got quotes of $600-700. I'm like, no, but that's to seal it. We're not going to seal it. I'm just going to do what I can. And her son called me so grateful. He's like, my mom told me that you're going to do our job for free. And I said, yeah. I explained to him the condition, and he said, I appreciate the honesty. He goes, for years, people have been taking my mom's money. And he goes, I don't live down there. He goes, so when I do come, I'm like, so what did they do? And she shows me, and it looks horrible and it's falling apart. I said, yeah, it's at the stage now where it needs to be redone. But I think just cleaning it and getting rid of the mold, I think it'll suffice. I don't think you need to seal it. And I said, it'll take my guys an hour. I said, we'll just swing by and we'll take care of it. He goes, I really appreciate you not taking advantage of my mom. And she was so grateful, and she made us cookies and iced tea or something. She was so thrilled to death. But by doing that, and you establish that goodwill, it's not only do I rest good at night. I take good care of people. I don't scam people, But at the same time, when they share those stories, and she's 80 some years old, she probably didn't tell anybody, but the people that recognize it, they tell people. Yeah. And that's really what's created our brand as far as how successful we've been in the reviews that we've got is because we go that extra mile and do that for people. Yeah. So that's the point that I like to drive home. It's like sometimes, just making the dollar isn't what it's about. If I can help you out or just be honest with you and tell you save your money, don't do it. Same thing with the maintenance program, because it's a 2-year program. You do the clean and seal, and then you get 2 subsequent cleanings that have to be used up in the next 2 years. And if they're saying, well, we're thinking of putting the house on the market, I tell them, don't do the maintenance program, because it's a 2-year program. It's not refundable. It's like a gift certificate. Once you buy the cleanings, you got them. So, maybe we'll get you on the next house or whatever you want to do. If you're moving out of state, let's just get it in the condition where it helps you sell it rather than the long-term 2 to 3 year program, because it's not what they need if they're not going to be here. So it makes total sense.